Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist of the Abyss, and you're watching my review and live reaction for the Irregular Magic High School, aka Mahoka Koko Narutose, episode 25. Okay, this review and live reaction is almost a week late. However, in the last week, I have had 3 exams, 2 group assignments slash projects, and I had to take the GREs. Plus, I have another one starting up, another group assignment starting up soon. I'm busy, okay? This week was really freaking busy, okay? So that's why the review was super late, okay? But it's up now, so hopefully I don't see myself being this busy again for a while, maybe like another month or so, or maybe sooner. I have to check my schedule. But review's up now, okay? Review is up now, all right? And this episode starts off with Masaki using that signature Ichijo clan magic. Okay, he's using Rupture to make people rupture. Now you know why they call him the Crimson Prince. Okay, blood all over the place. You can see it in the opening too. You saw when we first ran into Ichijo Masaki back in episode whatever it was, like 8 or 7 or whatever. And you saw him covered in blood. That's why they call him the Crimson Prince. And his schoolmates, his classmates, they got a taste of that firsthand, and they were not prepared for that crap. Okay, like pretty much all these dudes got sick except for George. George was the only one who was used to it. All right, and these dudes are like all sitting on the bus, like throwing up and crap and looking sick, and it's like, and Ichijo and Misaki, he knew that they were as soon as he set foot on that bus, he knew that that would just be like they might even just start throwing up again. Like they just not it would not end well. It would not end well. So he knew he could not go back on that bus. So he made the decision to go to the Magic Association, just like Katsuto Jumonji did. Okay, he makes the decision to go there. Of course, you can also make the argument that the reason that is reinforcing the previous one about like not wanting to mess with the guys in the school and wanting to stay away from them because they can't handle him. They can't handle him. Jesus. I don't even remember where I was going now. Oh yeah. He's a member of the Ten Master Clan, so it's his responsibility to do things like this. It's like George was trying to tell him like, you don't have to do this, Misaki. You don't have to do this, and Saki's like, I mean, I'm a member of the Ten Master Clan, so even if I actually don't really have a choice in the matter. So he's got 2 main reasons for going to the Magic Association, and him and Jumonji, they go and they fight. I'll get back to them later though, because right after this we see, dude, this dude's Saoki, man. Like Saoki is awesome. This dude's like running all over the place, like dodging bullets and crap. Yo. that dude's epic, yo. Saoki deserves more screen time. I don't feel like waiting till Steeplechase to see this dude in action, yo. This dude deserves so much more screen time. He does. He really does. But anyway, Saoki, he was dodging bullets. You saw a taste of what Tomitsuka could do. He was just in there like, boom, alright, taking people out. And Hatsuru, he was doing his thing too, just shooting people down. He was just sitting in the back, like, still taking people out. So those 3 can go. Those 3 can go. Okay, then don't underestimate them because they're not named Tatsuya Shiba, or they're not a part of the 10 Master Clans. Because these dudes can go. All right, is Tomitsuka part of the 100 Families? I don't even remember. Oh, it's possible that some of these dudes might be part of the 100 Families, like Erika is. And Isori and Canon, but I mean, I don't really remember at all. It's a possibility. Maybe that's why they're good, but not everybody who's good is a part of those families. Oh, Mikihiko, that's another one. Mikihiko's in the 100 Families, I think. Pretty sure. I think. Anyway, you don't have to be a part of the 100 Families to be good. But anyway, it's whatever. Moving on. So, unfortunately for these guys, even though they were epic and they were able to take everyone out, there just was not much they could do in that little like mini mega thing. Just came through and just made the tunnel collapse. There was just not much they could do. But Suzura Sensei was there and he took care of everything for him. I forgot what his magic was called. I didn't really care enough to write it down to remember. In the light novels, I mean. but he just saved them. He held everything up with magic so that everyone could get out. And they did make it out. Chiaki almost didn't because she was just sitting there doing nothing, so Tomitsuka had to go and get her. Is this building up to something between the two of them? Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't want to say it's a romantic relationship because that's not necessarily the case. They could have a relationship like, oh no, I was gonna say Leo and Erica, but that's not like that's up in the air. Like that's like that's kind of up in the air. I guess a relationship like, oh, I can't say that because that's a spoiler. Well, the point is that it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. Like, so, okay, something like between Tatsu and Erica. How about that? It's like a relationship where they rely on each other and they help each other out, but they're not romantically interested in each other at all. Okay, so something like that. I mean, there's always a chance that it could be romance. I remember something about the two of them from the light novels, but I don't remember that many details about it. It's something really simple, though, so don't act like I'm spoiling you or something, or I'm trying to hint at a certain direction. I'm really not. All I remember is that they talk to each other after this. That's all I remember. Yeah, in the Double 7 arc, but whatever. Yeah, so everyone ends up getting out, alright? And those mini mecha things, they also end up attacking Miami's group. So she and Yuki kind of take care of them, and Kyoko's sitting there like, oh, I guess I'm not needed anymore then, huh? I guess you guys can take care of everything. Which they do, because both Miami and Shizuku actually call their fathers and get helicopters sent down and stuff like that for support. So yeah, they found a way to get everyone out since they couldn't get to the shelter anymore. And Kyoko says that if they want to, she can leave some people from the independent, whatever, battalion, whatever, squad, whatever, JSDF, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that squad, that squad with freaking like Yanagi and Sanada and Tatsuya, and Kyoko and Khan, you know, the squad, okay? The squad, right? I was, I was about to call them the Suicide Squad, but I was like, nah, let me not go that far. Let me not go that far. But, yeah, the squad, right? She said she would leave some members of the squad down there, okay? But freaking Toshikazu shows up and he's like, nah. We got this, okay? It's the police's job to help the people, alright, and do all this. You guys go and do what you need to do, okay? I've got this, alright? The police have got this covered, alright? So that was cool. And Erica's just like, what are you doing here? And Erica started to tease him because he was just looking at Kyoko walk away. He was just like, oh man, Toshikazu, he's like, man, that woman is hot. And Eric was just teasing him, like, you know she's way out of your league, right? You're never getting her at all. And she was just teasing him about her. And then Toshikazu got her to stop teasing because he made her realize, yeah, I bet you'll stop teasing me once you realize what weapons I've got here. I bet you want these, don't you? And Erica, sure enough, she stopped and she took the weapons. Alright, she took the sword, so yeah. So that was it for them temporarily. We see Tatsuya, he's putting on his mobile suit. I switched the vowels there. He puts on his mobile suit. He looks like a boss, alright? Like, he looks like a boss. He just looks so epic, alright? And this suit is, like, resistant to everything, like biological weapons, chemical weapons, electricity, fire. Like, this thing's resistant to everything, alright? And it has flying-type magic built into the belt, so he flies off and goes to meet Yanagi. And while he's on his way over there, he goes and takes out some drones. And while he is on the way over there, Miyuki and the usual team of people are just fighting the mini mecha things. Miyuki's team was, you know, the usual people, you know, Leo and Erica, Mikihiko. Wait, no, was Mikihiko with them? I think so. Well, anyway, it's like the usual team of people. Then Toshikazu had his own team with Kanen, Isori, Mari, Sayaka, Kirihara. And people like Honoka, Shizuku, Mayumi, Suzune, and maybe one other person. They were just sitting there waiting for the helicopters to come. Oh, Mizuki probably. It was probably Mizuki, because Mizuki and Honoka, they aren't fighters. Or at least not in this regard, like with the whole blood and everything, taking people out there. That's just not them. Which you saw last week when they were like kind of, what's the word? They just weren't used to the whole blood thing with Tatsu and Erika and Mikihiko just slicing people up and taking people out. Okay, they just were not used to that, right? So they were getting kind of squeamish around it. It's just they didn't need to be involved in the fight. That's the point. They just did not need to be involved in the fight. Okay. So you have your three groups of people there. One thing that annoyed me was how they skipped the scene with Suzune, where the Suzune and Mayumi, their group right there, Honoka, Shizuka, you know, that group got attacked by people, okay? And one of the dudes came up behind Suzune and tried to like hold her hostage because he was like, it's not going to do me much good to capture the daughter of the Saikusa family because they'll probably, because it, you know, it's just, there are others. That's the best way to put it. There are others. Mayumi's got two sisters. Like plus they're just gonna put faith in her that she can just handle it on her own. They might sound like someone like her bodyguard Nakara, or not. Is he her? I guess he'd be her guardian, but not really. I don't remember what who cares, right? You don't even know who Nakara is yet. Don't even worry. Okay, don't worry. You'll see him next week if they even focus on him. All right, they should. They should. There's a small scene where he's pretty freaking important, so they have to focus on him a little bit. But whatever. You'll probably see him next episode. All right. But which is when Miyuki explains what Tatsuya did with restoration, stuff like that, and you get more details about that. But anyway, there's a scene here where Suzune got not kidnapped, but she got captured. You know, and the guy was like, "It will do me much." It'll just help me much more to capture the friend of the daughter of the Saikusa rather than the Saikusa herself, because then she will go to father, she'll go to daddy, and then just ask like, please, you need to do this, you need to help her, blah 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 blah. Okay, and Suzune was like, yeah, you're probably right. She is naive in that way, but you're naive too because you assume that I couldn't do anything to fight back. So then Suzune, without a CAD or anything, just uses some type of what was it, mental interference magic or something like. No, it was like paralysis or something. She did something to render the dude completely useless, and he just like fell to the ground. And she just stood over him and said, yeah, it's true that with the CAD I'm not that impressive, but when it comes to using magic without a CAD, I can do it better than Mayumi, Mari, and pretty much anyone else. Okay, so she was like, yeah, I'm not bad. I'm a course one student for a freaking reason. Okay, she did work. She put in work. Okay, so I was disappointed that they skipped scenes like that. They skipped a lot of stuff. They skipped a lot of stuff here. Okay. The two groups like Kirihara, Sayaka, blah 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 blah, Yuki, Erika, Leo, blah 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 blah. Okay, they skipped a lot of stuff, a lot. Okay, there was a lot more fighting than what they showed, and there were conversations going on between them and everything. And they skipped a lot of stuff. Okay, if you want to get the full. If you want to just get the full idea of what was going on here, I just recommend you go read that chapter in the light novel. It was like, it's volume 7, chapter 11? It's like the second to last or third to last chapter. I might as well check. I might as well check. Let's see. My computer's just... Google Chrome, Jesus. I have too many tabs open, so it just doesn't respond sometimes. Chapter 12. Oh, is it really chapter? It's not chapter 12, is it? Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter. You can. Oh yeah, it is chapter 12. Okay. Cool. Oh. Okay, yeah. You can just go to chapter. You can just go to chapter 12 and then read that. Maybe a little bit of chapter 11 if you want to like get the. If you want to get like the full. If you want to get the full view of what was going on as soon as the attack started, then you should probably start chapter 11. But chapter 12 is like where this stuff was going on. And so if you want to get the full idea of what was going on, all the fighting that was going on, including the scene with Suzune, then you should just go read that. I mean, it's too much to just read off to you here. I'm just not gonna do that. But you can just read on your own. I guarantee you, you'll probably get just as much enjoyment out of it you did in the anime, if not more, because there's so much detail and things are just so much better explained, and the narration just really gives you a feel for what's going on, and you feel like you're there, right? So. I've read scenes from the light novel before, like when Tatsuya got angry in the Nine Schools competition and was going to kill that dude, but then Elder Kudo came in. Like, you see how it's written. You know, things are really exciting in the light novel, surprisingly. So I recommend reading that chapter if you want to get the full idea of what was going on. But anyway, moving on, because I have a class I need to be to pretty soon, so I guess I should probably finish recording this review as quickly as possible. Alright, but anyway, Tatsuya makes it to Yanagi, alright, and he gets confirmation that it is a Great Asian Alliance that's doing all this, and they're using the sorcery booster that No Head Dragon was dealing with. Okay, so that automatically makes the arc with the stuff with No Head Dragon relevant for this arc, and it's relevant. Everything's relevant. Once you get to the visitor arc and you see like all the connections being made, you realize how relevant everything was, including the stuff with Blanche in the enrollment arc. Okay, but like I said, I have to be somewhere soon, and this review is going on long enough, so I'm just gonna try and go through the rest of this here. Alright, so connections were made, so you got that. Then the helicopters eventually got to where Miami and everyone were, but there was like this chemical weapon that was being used to attack, well, and magic too, obviously, to attack the helicopter, and Shizuku was trying to take care of it, but it just was not working, so Tatsuya took care of it. And then all these dudes show up in freaking mobile suits. It was epic. People are like, oh my god, can we trust them? And they just look and they can just tell, like, it's Tatsuya. Don't worry, they're trustworthy. Okay, so that was cool. And the music was great too. I love the music in that scene. Where I think it was like as soon as Tatsuya showed up, it was like da 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 da. Like, it was just like I just like the music in that scene. But anyway. Tatsuya was about to leave, and after the helicopter went off in Miami, like, you know, gave him that look just to mess with him a little bit and tease him. Toshikazu actually makes it up to where Tatsuya is and asks him, you know, who are you? And in the light novel, Tatsuya actually answered. He was like, I'm Special Lieutenant Oguro Ryuhei or Ryusei or something like that. I forgot the full name. It doesn't really matter because it's a fake name, right? But he actually answered Special Lieutenant blah 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 blah. All right, then he just flew off. So I would assume that that's going to be relevant in some way, shape, or form. You know, like maybe Toshikazu's going to want to do some research into this Special Lieutenant Oguro Ryusei. I think that's it. Oguro Ryusei. I think that's it. He's going to want to maybe do some research into him, and like look up who he is, trying to figure out who. I don't know. Like, I'm thinking that's going to be relevant in some way, because if it's not going to be relevant, then why have Toshikazu randomly go to the top of this building and see Tatsuya there? Like, that doesn't make sense. It has to be relevant in some way, right? But, yeah, after that, we see Jumonji and Misaki. They're doing their thing. Misaki's taking out these phantoms and crap. And that's it for that. If I could have just mentioned that early in the episode. And I guess I didn't expect this to go on so long. I figured I'd talk about it more, but now that I'm thinking about it, there's not really much to talk about. They did their thing. That's it. They did their thing. Alright. Now the helicopters with Miami and everyone in them, they go and arrive at different scenes. They go to Miyuki's group first, pick them up, and they go to Kirihara and Isori's group in them. However, Kirihara and Isori get hit, protecting Sayaka and Kanon, so yay stereotypes. We've come so far. So the men get hit protecting their women, and Miyuki came down and made those dudes pay. Okay, she made those dudes pay. It didn't really look that epic, to be honest. It kind of looked weird and kind of silly. Which that magic that she used is incredibly overpowered. So you would think that they would do a better job of animating it. Maybe they'll put more effort to it in it. Maybe they'll put more effort into it next week. But I don't know. Hopefully they do, because that's really OP magic, and you'll learn the details about it later. You will. So I'm not going to bother talking about it right now, because that would just be a spoiler. Because I know they have to talk about it. They have to. Okay. So yeah. And this is one scene I will jump down from. I have the passage written right here, and part of the words are jump down or jump down. So I'm reading this while simultaneously trying to say something different. The words just Yeah, it happened. It happens sometimes. Okay, I'm going to read this little passage from the light novels that shows this scene. All right. Um, yeah, yeah. So it says, even if she jumped down on reflex, she had a perfect grasp on the gravity that pulled her down. There was no need to use a CAD. Now, with her magic territory released, the only thing she needed to consider was how to construct her favorite unique magic. Miyuki wasn't just sealing Tatsuya's power. In order to seal Tatsuya's power, Miyuki spent half of her own magic on her brother. The fact that Miyuki's magic went out of control was a side effect of suppressing her brother's magic. Now with Tatsuya's might unleashed, Miyuki's personal power was also released. Okay, so that goes to what I was talking about last week, okay? So I wanted to add that scene in just to give you guys a better idea of what I was talking about last week when I said Miyuki was sealing Tatsuya, but Tatsuya was also simultaneously sealing Miyuki. I just wanted to give you guys an idea of that. But yeah, the magic, you'll learn more about it next week. And you'll also learn more about the magic that Tatsuya... Well, you already know about Restoration. Tatsuya comes down because Miyuki calls him, and he uses Restoration on Kirihara and Isori, which you probably didn't expect. You probably didn't expect him to be able to use that on other people besides himself. Alright? But he does. It's like a system restore kind of thing on your computer, where it restores you to your previous save point, and that save point is before you were injured. So he just keeps rewinding until... grinding your informational data, like from the information dimension and stuff like that. I think it's the information dimension. It doesn't really matter. The point is that he rewinds your data, your physical data and stuff, back to what it was before you were injured. And yeah, he rewrites the data. He doesn't rewrite the data. You rewrite the data by continuing to be alive. And that's just automatic. He just clicks the undo button on the computer. He returns you to a system restore point, essentially. That's what he does. But yeah, you'll learn more about Restoration next week, because Miyuki will go into some detail about that, because that magic is not perfect by any means. Alright? Like, because the people start fanboying over him in the helicopter, like, oh my god, Tatsuya could do this, and he could do that, he could do that, and Miyuki's like, no, he cannot. What is wrong with you? Like, well, I don't want to get into it too much. But anyway, next week should be great. We'll get the Scorched Halloween. We'll, you know, Lu Gonghu has to show up at some point. What's the point of breaking him out if he's not going to show up again? Chen might do something, Zoe might do something. This whole thing has to get wrapped up, and there's a lot to do. I have this fear that they're going to skip over a lot of stuff again. If they do, I'll tell you about it. But yeah, yeah. If they do, I'll tell you about it. But yeah, just look. The episode should still be pretty good, though. As for this one, I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. I thought that this one was pretty good too. And that's that, you guys. I'll put my live reaction up after this. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. For the first time in a long time, I'm back in the filming booth, the projection booth, in the auditorium. So yeah, wow, haven't done this in a long time, but gotta do what you gotta do, right, to get that live reaction in. Misaki, what you just sitting there for? Do something. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Dang, that rupture magic. The dude's like, oh my god. Yo, Misaki showing why he's the Crimson Prince. Everyone's just like, oh my god. Okay, Misaki. Okay, I see you. I see you. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Yo, man, this dude's Saoki. Tomitsuka. Yeah, that's right. Show him what you can do. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is that a Hatsuri? Yo, these dudes are legit. Tomitsuka went in. He was like, boom. Was that the nurse? I'm pretty sure I just saw the nurse in there. I'm pretty sure she was actually there in the light novels. It's just that they skipped the scene where she talked to Haruka. What you talking about, Willis? Tateoka. Who? What? Clearly, those two were just jobbers with character designs like that. Clearly, they just do not matter at all. Uh-oh, something's about to happen. Wait, no. Uh-oh. There, okay, boom. You knew something was going to happen. That's a freaking what's-his-face, isn't it? Oh, what's that dude's name? He's the professor that was helping out Tatsuya in season 8 of Sword. What is that dude's name? No, whatever, who cares? Yeah, that's definitely him. Yeah, there he goes, Suzura. I forgot about this scene. Yeah. Haha, there we go. Uh-oh, yo, double team. Combination of Miyuki and Miami. That's just not even fair. That's really not even fair. Yo, Mikihiko. Mikihiko doing his thing, yo. Uh-oh. Call him Papa Kitayama. Okay, alright. Yo, Toshikazu. Got his name right this time, yeah. Okay, that's what her position is. Because you remember I mentioned last week, I forgot what her title is. Ah! Telling him how it is. After all, he's got a gift for you. Yeah, Erica's relationship with her family is just so strange and unique. Yo, where's Chen? Where's Wukong Liu? Give me a couple of these guys, man. That's what I'm waiting to see. Oh, him too. Oh dang, the hype. Oh, here we go. Bulletproof, heat resistant, shock resistant, chemical weapons, biological weapons. Dang. Yo, this dude. Oh, this dude. Oh my god. Yo, that helmet is epic. That helmet is epic. Yo, just the outfit in general, but the helmet especially. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. There he goes. There he goes. Already timed that perfectly too, probably. There it is. There it is. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. There we go. I was a little early with that, but you know, hey, it was worth it. Yo, this dude's on fire. Yo, even George is joining in. Yo. Because he's a member of the Ten Master Clans. Oh my god. Thought you were supposed to be smart. Thank you. Thank you. Common sense is supposed to be common. So he's kind of a nice guy. It's like, oh, never mind. I was going to say, which reason are you doing it for? But I guess he's doing it for both. There's no reason why he has to choose which reason he's doing it for. He can't just be doing it for both. How'd that work last time? Seriously. Suspect. That's mad suspect. As a matter of fact, there's a scene in the light novels, like 5 volumes from now, where Masaki and George is at Masaki's house in his room, and Masaki's sister comes in, and it's like, oh, the point is that it's suspect. That's the point. There's some shenanigans going on. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. To Leo. Dang. The fluids are coming out the oil and crap. You know, Canon, Gisori, do your thing. Do your thing. Yo, Kirihara and Sayaka, even them, they're doing their thing too. He's that Sonic Blade. If Sonic has taught me anything, it's that what goes up must come down. So when you bring that sword up, you know it's going to go right through you. That's what they mentioned a while back. See, everything's connected. I'm telling you, you guys, everything's connected. People think the arcs here are random and have no impact on the overarching story. Everything's connected, man, I'm telling you. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. That's not really looking too good right now. The situation's just not. Oh, there we go. There we go. Tatsuya doing his thing. They can tell. They can tell. They can already tell. They don't even need to see his face. They just know. They're not even surprised by the flying type magic. They're just like, you know, we've learned to expect things from this kind of guy. Like, we just learned he's freaking in the army, the military. Like, after that, nothing can surprise us. We already know he has some connections with FLT. Oh, Miami. Oh, first let me take care of that, dude. Toshikazu, that close, that close. Don't worry about it. You don't need to know. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Phalanx doing its thing. Not gonna lie, not nearly as epic as Tatsuya's costume. Just not even close. Though I will admit that that's pretty legit. Just squashing those robots. The others could just like knock them over, maybe cut them in half. This guy's just squashing them like bugs. Susanoo. This dude's actually pretty OP. Like when he's allowed to use his strongest magic, this dude's legit. Like I would actually like to see him and Tatsuya fight when they were both going all out, because neither of them were going all out before. Because you know, in the Night Schools Cup edition, they're not going to allow him to use magic like freaking this, like that. That's ridiculous, you know. So I'd like to see them fight when they're both going all out. That'd be interesting to see. Things aren't going to go as well as you think they are. I can already tell how this is going to end. I can already tell. Wait, what? But what about the? Oh, okay. I remember. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah. I forgot they make a couple different stops. Okay, I thought they were about to skip something that they do. They absolutely must not skip, but they're not going to skip it. So that's good. You know, when all this happened in the light novels, I thought it was nighttime for some reason. I don't know why, but I just got the impression it was nighttime. Nothing really worth mentioning. Boom. You're done. Boom. Is that really, really, really? Boom. Maybe you just got pissed off. You know what? Is she gonna do what I think she's gonna do? Okay, no, it's a different magic, I think. Oh no, it's not either. Oh, it's not. Okay, well I'll explain it later. I'll explain it when she does it. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that because that's a spoiler. He's using restoration on not himself, but on other people. So you didn't think you could do that, could you? Yeah, good as new. Of course, this magic has side effects, but you know, hey, pretty bad side effects actually. But they'll explain it when the time comes. She took out like 5 people. Calm down. Calm down. Oh man, dude, dude, dude. This dude Tatsuya, man. This dude Tatsuya. Oh my god, yeah. The awesomeness. The awesomeness. Like people can hate on him all they want, but dude's awesome. Alright. It's people can criticize him all they want, but most of those criticisms are incorrect anyway and just factually inaccurate. They can get mad at him for being able to do anything, but in reality, he can do almost nothing. So, I mean, that's why he's in course 2, because all the basics and a bunch of other stuff he just cannot do. He just excels at a couple areas, and he maximizes his ability in those couple of areas where he can actually do something. All right, so people can hate on him all they want, but the guy's awesome, and this is just proving that. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm just rambling now, so. Yeah, as usual, you already know my ratings, so yeah, that's that, you guys. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.